where you began. The Caucasus Mountains. Build something better there.
Daddy, I don't want to go to the Caucasus Mountains. I want to stay here.
You are ordered to evacuate peacefully. The mountains await your rebuilding. This is a troglodyte we're dealing with.
They said we gotta leave tonight. They're taking us to the mountains. Tell them we're family. They said we gotta leave tonight. They're taking us to the mountains. Tell them we're family.
I don't want to go to Caucasus Mountains. I want to stay here.
All Caucasoid partners report to processing.
Caucasoid partners report to processing. Repeating.
She's my family! You can't decide who I love! Move them, now!
You leave tonight to the Caucasus.
Every American citizen of European descent will be relocated.
They can't really do this, can they?
For the sake of this nation, they will go. And they will endure.
They're sending us to freeze.
Then we don't freeze. We survive.
We never meant no harm.
Then you should have said something when harm was done.
All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakwadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. This lesson is entitled The Judgment of Esau, Edom. Okay? That was a cool fictional tale of judgment of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. But it was only fictional. But in reality, the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, has something far worse in store for the nation of Edom. First of all, America, Babylon the Great, will be destroyed in the nuclear destruction, okay, along with the chariot fire of the Lord Yahweh Shai and the angels. All Edomites and other nations within Babylon the Great, okay, those who are here in the land of America will be destroyed in Armageddon. But the target for judgment is Edom, okay? All right, let's go to Isaiah 34 and read 1 through 5. Isaiah 34, 1 through 5. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He has utterly destroyed them. He has delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood, letting you know that it's going to be nuclear destruction. They're going to be melted. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, melted, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, those mushroom clouds they're going to see in the sky, and all their hosts, all right, their armies, shall fall down as a leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. But the target is Edom, okay, the Idumeans. Verse 5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon who? The Idumea, okay? It says upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment, okay? So the target is Edom, all right? Isaiah chapter 13 and verses 9. And it reads, behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. So America is going to be desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. All right. And when we go to verse 11, and I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Let's go down to verse 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of Chaldee's excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. You see that? It's going to be totally destroyed. Verse 20. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, neither shall the Arabian tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. Okay, so there's nothing going to survive here. So this is a fictional tale, all right? Okay, with somebody with a imagination, I guess. All right, Malachi 4:1. Malachi chapter 4 and verses 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Letting you know again that it's going to be nuclear destruction. All right. Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord, which are the angels' power, are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. So he's going to preserve a remnant of Jacob. Jeremiah 49 and verses 12. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Bosra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. So, as you can see, the Lord has vengeance in mind for Esau, Edom. Verse 14. I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her, and rise up to the battle. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen, and despised among men. Thy terribleness has deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock. And that's why they mention the Caucasus Mountains here, okay? But they originally dwelled in Mount Seir, okay, in Petra, Jordan, all right? They migrated to the Caucasus. That holdest the height of the hill, we'll read that again, verse 16, thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, okay, because they are the ruling class people, all right, in the world. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as an eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord. Also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. Verse 18. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighboring cities thereof, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. So it tells you again that America, where the Edomites pitched their tents, all right, the capital city, like the city Basra, will never be dwelt in. It's going to be totally destroyed. Okay. Zechariah 14 and 12. This lets you know that it's going to be a nuclear destruction. Zechariah 14 and 12. And it reads, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. That's that nuclear destruction. All right. Chariot fire from the Lord. Okay. The only nation allotted salvation, meaning deliverance, will be an elect remnant of the Israelites. Let's go to Joel 2 and 32. Joel chapter 2 and 32. And it reads, and it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, that meaning Judah and Israel, as the Lord has said, and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. So it's going to be a remnant from Judah and Israel. Okay, that's what it means by Mount Zion and Jerusalem. Matthew 24 and 30. Matthew 24 and verses 30. It's going to be a miraculous deliverance. When these missiles are shot from the ends of the earth, Yahushua is going to return and save his elect. Matthew 24 and 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. Then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven, which the clouds are the chariots of the Lord. Psalms 104. You have to read that. I think it's verse 3. And Son of Man, let me read that again. Then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory, the chariots of the Lord, the angels. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Okay, so salvation will be granted to the elect of Israel. Okay, the remnant. Everyone else here in America will be destroyed. Okay, and Yahushua and the 144,000 judges of the earth will pronounce this judgment upon Edom. Okay, the judgment. All right, Obadiah. It says in Obadiah 1 and 21. All right, because they're going to go into slavery. What's left of them, the survivors. All right, around the world. All right. So let's read that in Obadiah chapter 1 and 21. The saviors are going to come down. 1 and 21, it says, and saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's. All right. The prophets are prophesying right now the downfall of, all right, the nation of Edom. All right. And soon the angels are going to come, and the Lord is going to give his anointed remnant power, all right, new bodies, and they're going to judge the mount of Esau. Okay, that's how it's going to work. Okay, so it says, and the Savior shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's. Okay, all right, that's how it's going to go. All right. Nobody's going to pop up and save us and from the hand of Esau, Edom, okay? All right. So the proclamation is that the elite, beginning with the top banking families, the Amalekites, the so-called Israelis, the super rich elite, all right, top banking families, Rothschilds, and so forth, that they're going to hide and escape this destruction. All right. They already got underground cities all over the place. Okay. It's going to be a lot of people that's going to survive, but they're going to be taken off into slavery. Okay. They're going to be the first fruits of slavery to bring back their people. All right. All right. All right. As children, because everybody's going to come back. All right. Through regeneration, reincarnation. That's how it is done. All right. So the proclamation is that the elite, beginning with the top banking families and super rich Edomites that hide in the bunkers and survive the destruction, along with those found around the world, that survived the destruction, all right, in the lands where they had the Israelites in captivity, will receive 1,000 years of captivity, the first fruits of slavery. They, along with the other nations, survivors, will be ruled with an iron rod according to the law commandments of the Lord. All right. And we know this when we go to Zechariah 14 and 16. Yeah, Zechariah 14 and 16 tells us, and it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. And it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth upon Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain. And if the family of Egypt go not up, and come not, that have no rain, there shall be the plague, wherewith the Lord will smite the heathen that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. So the law is going to go forth. Okay, it's going to be a iron rod rule. Okay, on the earth. Okay. All right, and it's going to be 1,000 years of slavery. How do we know that? In Revelation chapter 20, it tells us that's how long the anointed are going to gain 1,000 years of to be with the Lord. Okay, that's the beginning of the building of the kingdom of heaven. All right, and I saw Revelation 20:4, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with the Mashiach 1,000 years. All right, so all who don't take the MOTB, the mark of the beast, all right, into their hands, or any kind of device into their foreheads, they're going to be a lot of us are going to be put to death for not doing it. Okay, but the point being, they lived and reigned with the Hamashiach 1,000 years, so we know it's going to be 1,000 years of slavery up front for these Edomites. But the rest of the dead live not again until the 1,000 years were finished. That's the rest of the Israelites. They all going to come back. How? Through the loins of the remnant, the elect. This is the first resurrection. All right. Blessed and holy is he that has part in the first resurrection. All right. To be with the Lord, to be given new bodies. Okay. Be given these indestructible bodies. Okay. And to be with the Lord. Okay. Blessed is he that has part in the first resurrection. On such the second death has no power. The second death being the fire, the lake of fire. But they shall be priests of the Most High and of the Mashiach, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. So we know that the kingdom will be established, and Esau, Edom will endure 1,000 years of servitude. Okay, all these nations are gonna go into captivity for 1,000 years. Okay, all right. Okay, and all the Israelites are gonna come back. All these ones who rejected the Lord are going to come back after that 1,000-year period. They're going to be reborn in the earth, okay, through regeneration, reincarnation. They'll be brought back. They will have to be reborn as babies all over again. All right, that's how it's going to work. Okay, let's go to Psalms 2:8, which tells us it's going to be an iron rod rulership in the earth. Iron rod. Psalms 2:8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. All the nations going into captivity. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel, because the Lord is going to give us those new bodies and spiritual power. All right. Verse 10. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. So that's how it's going to go down. Power is going to be given to the elect of Israel, and that's how we're going to rule over all the nations, because the Israelite 144,000, 1/3 of the Israelites shall live forever. Okay, they're not going to be able to be killed. Okay, that's how. All right. Right. Let's go to Psalms 149 and 149. All right. All those survivors, they're going into captivity for 1,000 years. Okay. Psalms 149 and 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains, and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunken upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. That's the southern and northern kingdom. And the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it. Shalom.